Holy moly, is it hot. And with all the pollen dropping, I think that I'm starting to get my annual seasonal laryngitis. And maybe that's just the Lord's hint to me that I need to stop talking and listen more. Or not. Maybe it's just coincidental with the season. But anyway, excuse the raspy man smoker voice, or the raspy old lady smoker voice, rather. So I'm here, and in the summer, in the late spring, I take my convertible out. And this is like my place. It's like flying a couch. I love it. It is so fun. I enjoy just putting the top down and riding topless and just enjoying like just the rumble of the engine and what it feels like just driving this thing. Do you have something like that? Well, I actually got this car, which is, I'll show you. Let me get out. The doors weigh like 1 trillion pounds, you know. But anyway, I got this car from my stepdad a couple years ago, and it's just a cool like orange, burnt orange color, and I got these stripes added to it. I don't know if you can see them, but they're on the hood and the trunk. And what's really cool, I don't know if you can really see, but it's like crocodile textured. Just adds my fashion flair to this. And here we have a visitor. Anyway, I got this gift from my stepdad. And have you ever gotten a gift like this where it is really, you didn't really know it was going to be so impactful when you received it, and maybe even you were hesitant to receive it. You got this car, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what if it has mechanical stuff? Like, I don't know how to fix it, and then it's going to be a cost for that. And I don't have any place to store it except for my garage. And remember, I have 8 tiny elves in my house. Actually, they're not so tiny, and they're not really elves. They're more like trolls sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I can't put this beautiful car in the garage and then have it get beat to crap. And then like my stepdad come over and be like, oh, and he sees like this car, and then I have the shame and guilt of that. And I'm just like, will this gift be more of a curse than a gift? More of a curse than a blessing? And I wasn't sure I wanted to receive it. And then as I went on, I thought, you know what? If I don't receive the gift and he, you know, finds another avenue for the vehicle, like, will I be upset? Will I be sad that I didn't make this choice? And it's kind of like this is the only time I'm gonna have the opportunity to make this choice, because like once he sells it or gives it away or whatever, like it's gone. The opportunity cost is gone. And so I had to make that choice, and I thought, you know what? I will accept it, and we'll see how it goes. And I know that he is there to, you know, help me troubleshoot, and I have a decent mechanic. But how this relates to my tax deed business is, at first, you know, the cost to get, let me get that porta potty out of the background. Goodness gracious. At first, you know, the cost was high, and the time frame and the learning curve was high, and I knew from the get-go there was going to be a lot required of me, but I didn't exactly know for sure, just because unless you experience it, you don't know the actual amounts that are required. And so, but I knew it was going to be hefty, and it was going to be a risk. You know, there was a risk of failure, just like with the car. There was a risk that it could get damaged. I could disappoint my stepdad. But I had to go back to that core thought of, if I pass up on the opportunity, and well, deeds isn't really an opportunity cost, because there's always that chance to, you know, get back in. But for Alabama, it really is an opportunity cost, because, you know, the time is really ticking. And speaking of ticking, wow, I didn't realize I had such a bulging vein there, and I'm glad that's not ticking, pulsing, whatever. Anyway, there was an opportunity cost with a time frame, and time was of the essence for Alabama. And I could either sit on it and just kind of mull it over and not do anything, because that's kind of what we do, or I could take the opportunity, take a risk, and see how it goes. And I did decide to do that, of course, and you're on the journey with me now, trying to figure out like how all this is going to unfold. And this guy in this car, I keep like turning around and he keeps like, anyway. Finally, fine, you can be in it. There you are. See, there you are. So I'm asking you what kind of gift you have right now, kind of looking you in the face, and you're weighing that reward versus risk, and asking you, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take that leap? Are you gonna take that chance? And I say, go for it. As we grow into adulthood, society kind of beats the risk-takingness out of us and the optimism out of us. As kids, we are just like full force and everything sounds like a good idea. And as adults, we're hesitant because we don't want to look silly. We don't want to look stupid. We don't want to decrease our status with our spouse and our family and our friends and all that stuff. We don't want to make a bad choice. But the thing is, failure only happens when you stop trying. You're going to have bumps. There's stuff that's going to happen on the car. It is. And we're going to just take it a time at a time. And it's going to be okay. And so it's going to be okay. That's all I got for you. Bye.